this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are on this journey to unconditional love. And so today's message is carrying on. Basically, I do, just to do a quick intro, I do healing so I can connect to your energies, and I see everything like a film. And so I give you a write-up of what I see and any mantras or songs that come through. And it's all about putting you more and more into your heart space so you can really live from your heart. And also I do channeled letters, so I tap into your energy, your twin's energy, or anyone really, and then I write whatever I hear, and then I send it to you. I send you a picture and send you the letter. And I also do readings using oracle cards. And so a few messages have been coming through this week, which have been about, you know, people asking, can I go wrong on this journey? I'm feeling like I've got fears and doubts creeping in, and I think there's been some, I don't know, because I don't really watch I don't actually watch any apart from a couple of people. So, so that's why this is going to be about, you know, this thing about, can you go wrong on this journey? And you can't, because it's your destiny. So, but again, and I'm just speaking from my personal experience, because no one is an expert at this, but from my personal experience and what I've gone through this process, is that the more that I've focused on loving myself and all of me, so actually loving my imperfections, is the more that I've become just knowing, right? And so it's not about, for me, it's definitely not about being like this clearing. I mean, it's clearing energies that aren't, that are preventing you from self-love, basically. And the reason why I'm going to talk about this today is because this is, I actually went to see my Reiki lady yesterday, and who is my Reiki teacher. And it always takes me back right to the beginning, because her name is actually the same as my twin and her initial. So basically she's got the same surname and first and initial, so it's the same name as my twin. And that really was the first time that I really started thinking, that's so weird, you know, and I couldn't quite get my head around it. I just thought that's very odd. Anyway, and basically I went to see her for some EFT, which is emotional freedom tapping. And because she's just learning how to do it, and she said, would I be a case study? And of course I was like, yeah, I'd love to. And and there was, you know, for me, I've always had, you know, one of my big things was that I always felt like I haven't been happy with my body. And when me and my twin sort of went, I felt I wasn't good enough for him. And, you know, all of those things. So it was about my own insecurities, about how I looked and, you know, those sorts of things, which is, you know, very common for lots of women, and I'm sure men in these days, right? And so I was like, I know that there's still a block somewhere in me around that. So I wanted to get to the root cause of it. And so anyway, we did the EFT tapping on that. And what EFT is, it's a series of tapping around certain points on your body. And it's flowing, it's tapping into the root cause of that issue and then sort of letting it flow through the body and out. And it's through a series of tapping on your points on your body, and also talking through this process. And so it made me think that actually, you know what, through all of this journey, the biggest thing has been learning to love everything about yourself, right? About myself, because that's what allows you to open your heart fully to your goddess self, because you realize that actually you are fully in your divinity, or fully in your light, or fully in your goddess power, or whatever, you know, whatever it suits you to use that terminology, right? But essentially it's like actually saying, okay, I want to step into the fullest version of myself. I want to be my divine light completely and utterly, and release everything that is not supporting that anymore. And that basically, I think for me, is definitely the essence of this journey, is that when you get to that point that you're not looking for, okay, well, if I do this, then, you know, because I think, you know, certainly along my journey, I was doing lots of healings, lots of things, and I kept thinking, okay, well, if I do this, if I tick this box, is he going to be arriving, you know? And there was definitely a period of time that I thought, okay, well, if I do that, then I've cleared that, and then I know that, okay, well, then he might come, you know, which is which is all part of the process. And now I can look back and I can go, okay, I totally get why I felt that. But now looking at it, I understand much better that it is just purely about your own love for stepping into your own divinity, and then trusting that the divine plan will bring you together. And that really is going through your own personal journey. But it isn't about saying, oh, you've done something wrong, therefore you're not going to be in union. That absolutely not, because your journey is your journey, and you must love every single step of it and appreciate if something comes up that triggers you, it's because it's for you to let go of, or to look at, or to say, okay, that brought up something that made me feel insecure for a reason. Okay, what's that reason? Okay, I let that go now. And so it is a journey of healing, but it's not a journey of blame. I think that's the big difference. So I think a lot of people have been coming saying, I'm worried that I won't, because of this. And I'm like, no. You're always where you need to be for your union and your union journey. That's the thing. Because if it's coming up for you, then it's coming up for you to release, and to release that fear. So lots of people have had those fears and doubts. Those fears of doubts about, oh, I've done something wrong, I might not get into my union. Well, that's happened for a reason as well, because it's happened for you to let go of that, because that's a belief, right? The belief is, if I do something wrong, I won't get into my union. And that's a belief that you will be emanating, right? So that's why it's come up, because actually you can let that go, because and you let it go and say, you know, I release across all time, dimensional spaces and realities. I let go of all beliefs that I will not be coming into my union across all time, dimensional spaces and realities. I release, you know? And so things like that will help shift your energy, right? And shift your beliefs, because we are built up by what we believe. And going through this EFT process yesterday, particularly for me, and, you know, I got to the root cause of this issue that I had been feeling. You know, I knew there was something, that there was something there. And I got to the root cause of it, and I was like, okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay, I can let that go now. But it is about like looking at the barriers that you have within yourself to what is stop, because we all create, you know, walls around our heart to protect us, right? And those will be based around, you know, insecurities or things that have happened to us. And so it is about a journey of uncovering those for yourself, right? But you can never go wrong. So I guess that's the message today. The message is, you can never go wrong. You're always in the right place for your union. All you need to do is really love all of your parts, all your imperfections. Love your journey and appreciate your journey, and appreciate every stage that you're in as well. And keep saying to yourself, I'm exactly where I need to be for my union to come for me. I'm exactly where I need to be. I know that I am being guided to my union by my heart. I follow my heart. I open my heart fully to love. I open my heart fully to allow love to be my guiding light home. And those sorts of things, saying those mantras will just shift and lift right? Shift and lift, shift and lift, shift and lift. And that's what you have to think. We're just, we're basically light bulbs that have collected moths, and we're just letting the moths go, right? Because we're just moving more and more and more into our light. And the more you do that, the more you know that your light will attract your twin back to you at the right time for both of you, for you to come together to be that burning bright light together. And that is written in the stars, right? That is really for when you to release all expectation, release needing to control the situation, just go into that space of, I know this is going to happen for us. So I'm okay with that. And I trust it'll happen at the right time. And during this process, I'm just going to focus on doing things that make me feel good. I'm going to focus on following my soul journey to know that what I have to do to follow my own light. And with that, you unfold your story of your twin story together, because, of course, you're one soul, two bodies. So it's a beautiful journey of uncovering more and more of your soul path together. So if you look at it like an adventure of looking at your soul path, and that's what this time when you're not together in physical is. It's a time to really explore your soul connection and your adventures that you've had together as souls. Then again, it changes the mindset of not being together. But the big thing is to love all of yourself. And I think that is my biggest learning on this journey. And the other thing is that it's not like a checklist of things that you can check off and then go, right, okay, that I'm ready for my union now. Because that also isn't how it is. It's just knowing that, getting to that point where you know that there's a bigger plan and there's a big divine plan that's going to bring us together. And then it's about moving your trust out of your own situation into that bigger plan. So I don't know what. So there you go. That's the message for today. If you want to come to me for healing, for readings, or for channeled letters, then please do. I'm getting anyone that emailed me yesterday or booked in, I'll be emailing you today. All right. I hope that helps. Take care. Bye. Have a good one. Happy weekend. Bye.